welcome to our pre-drive on this beautiful Friday afternoon. It is a little bit windy this afternoon, but it's still a beautiful temperature nonetheless. Craig thinks though that it's going to get very cold later. Craig, I think you're becoming a girl these days, bud. The Durban weather is far too kind to you, and you've become too soft in Durban. This weather is very nice. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, it's perfect. So we are going to try and see... Sorry, I've just spotted some buffalo bulls in the distance. They are very far away, so we're not really going to pay too much time to them, but there they are, all the way on the other side. So I'm sure I should let Jamie know at some point. She's doing our bushwalk this afternoon, so just so that she's aware of those 4 boys that are tucked away in that thicket there. Now I think there are a couple more of them actually. They probably spent the day in this drainage system that runs along close to Philemon's Dip. There's a little bit of water in there, and it's the perfect habitat for these big buffalo bulls. Nice and thick and shady, water is around, and after all this rain, lots of nice grass, so they will be quite happy to be tucked away in the bush. Now the thing is that it is very, very windy, so even from here those buffalo have got their noses up and sniffing, so that's why I said I'll have to warn Jamie, because if she is bushwalking, she needs to be aware of the fact that these buffalo are around. But like I say, they are very far away, so I'm not going to spend too much time with them. We'll hopefully come out a little bit later. Maybe they'll come out onto quarantine clearings and we can get a decent view of them a little bit later. But it does look quite ominous, the weather. It's very strange weather. We typically don't have very windy conditions at this time of the year. Our windy months are normally sort of July and August, and now we're experiencing a lot of wind the last few days, which some of the animals don't really like. So things like the buffalo and elephants and rhinos, they don't particularly like the wind, and you'll see that they generally start to go into thicker bush areas, so it can make game viewing a little tougher. Also, the scent of the predators gets dragged around a lot more. I can see our bushwalk team from this morning was here, because their footprints all over the road. I got a bit excited there for a second, thought maybe there was some evidence of maybe Karula or the cubs being around, but alas, there isn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and try and check around where Taylor had them yesterday. She was with them around the quarry, and she said this morning absolutely no tracks cross south, so I'm going to go and try and see if I can find any sign of them. I'm hoping they haven't gone too far and that they were just hiding in tall grass. After all this rain, the grass has gotten a lot taller, and we've become a little bit unused to this. We used to have a lot of grass a few years ago, but in the last 3 years it's been quite pleasant with very little grass, and it's quite easy to spot things. So this taller grass, we have to readjust slightly. But luckily we've got Batman on the vehicle, and he's got X-ray vision, so hopefully he'll be able to see through the grass. And what he doesn't see through the grass, with his laser beam eyes, he'll be able to cut through and make it shorter for us to be able to see the leopards that are lying around. It's amazing how long the grass has actually gotten. So I've been away for the week, and I left on Monday morning when it was still fairly rainy and quite dreary, and the grass has definitely grown quite a bit this week. I'm sure it's been perfect growing conditions when you get a lot of sun and then quite hot temperatures after a lot of rain, and the grass really grows very, very well. So it's actually quite nice to see the changes from one weekend to the next. We're going to get more rain, and whether or not we're going to end up having a lot of flooding happening. And we obviously saw that the Manuleti did flood, so it will be interesting to see. Right, we'll see you all a little bit later. It's time to go across to get the main event started.